Extra, extra, read all about it. Leo, this is all about you. This is your weekly oracle and tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries. We're going to pick up on the energies and general themes influencing you right now. But there's also an extended reading that dives in deeper and susses out details from the energies we pick up on here, Leo. And it also includes your full romantic relationship spread. So that link is below. Please do join me for that later. We're going to go through and pick up all the general energies for Leo. Sun, moon, rising, wherever Leo is impacting your life, including if you're dealing with a Leo. But remember to always, if Leo is your sun sign, check your rising sign and your moon sign too, because lots of times they resonate a great deal more. I make a new Leo video every single week. So please do click subscribe and ring that bell and you'll get notified when I upload all your favorite content. Let's get into the reading. Leo, yes, I do do personal readings as well. That information is in the description box below. Plus join me over on my Instagram feed at born_without_boundaries. Leo, first we're going to start off with your crowning energy. Crowning energy is basically the theme, what's impacting everything else, all the other energies in the deck, in the spread. And then we're going to get into your central energy, which is basically the central conflicts and challenges. And then last but not least, your rooted energy or your root energy, which is holding you down, the energy that's seeing you through. Leo, Leo. Leo, 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 Leo. Crowning your energy. Life is speeding up and watch and wait. That's really interesting. So two totally contrasting things. You have a Pisces here, Pisces energy, which is patient and dreamy and mysterious. And then you have life is speeding up. This is Gemini energy, Gemini season. Quick paced, fast, in the present moment. But this is you moving forward. Something is moving forward. I don't know if you're dealing with a Pisces in your life, but this is consuming your sense of self right now, this sense of somebody taking off or leaving or growing up too fast or moving. In other words, a time that you thought would never come is here. And it's almost like maybe it was 20 years in the making, but now it seems like it was like a snap just overnight. That's what it feels like. This sense of, this is paternal energy. You know, because seahorses, the male seahorse gives birth. Sorry about that. Gives birth, and so there is this sense of giving birth. Like you never thought that this time would come, but it's here, and it feels like it went by in a flash. That's what it feels like. Something that you have raised, grown, taken care of, nurtured, developed. Now this could be in terms of a person or a project. So think about it in terms of just something you've put your heart and soul into. This is also very mutable energy. Mutable energy is fluid. It's current. It is also very social. So there's a sense of something now taking off and going into the community. It's not just yours anymore. It's somehow you're going to be sharing it with everybody else. Interesting energy. And that's what's impacting you. Now, this is 2. So it is a little bit imbalanced. It's sort of finding its way. It's just starting out. And then there's 5-3, which adds up to 53, which adds up to 8. So that is destiny. So this is the time. It took a while to get here. I think it did. I think it took time to get here, but now everything is going very quickly. When it comes to Gemini energy, it could very well have to do with something that you've worked on and nurtured. Gemini energy, it could very well have to do with communications. Hold All these cards are popping out in random places, but let's get to the order of things. This popped out way in the past. So the way that my cards behave, it says to me just as much as the meaning of the cards. So this came out in the past. Bring a gentle touch. So this is 8 + 1 is 9. This is a sense of something being exposed, somebody vulnerability, being vulnerable. Could be something that's very young, because this is not just a deer, but it's a fawn. So it's something young, something vulnerable, something that you wasn't certain, wasn't sure, had very shaky legs, pretty much probably depended on you for everything. And they could have had a great deal of conflict in their life, a great deal of bad news or misfortune, a sense of this fawn was vulnerable. So it could have been somebody who was sick. It could have been when it was young, when this person was young, when this project was young. It had a lot of trouble taking off or getting off the ground or finding its functionality, even physical functionality. Like it could have been like childhood illness or something like that it was struggling with. And it was almost like this wasn't supposed to survive. It wasn't meant to survive, or you felt like it wasn't going to survive. And then watch your words, and there was a sense of a lot of bad news coming at you all at once. And this is Gemini energy too, Aquarius and Gemini energy. A lot of harsh truths, a lot of judgments, maybe a lot of harsh criticisms that were coming towards you, or harsh diagnoses. There was just a lot of bad news that was surrounding this energy in the past. This is distant past. This isn't recent past, because that's where it flipped out, way in the past. So there is this sense of a long history with this project or with this person. It was something that basically, I'm going to say this right now, Leo, it's almost like the reason why it survived was 100% your will. You willed it to be, because there was so much criticism, and there was so much like naysaying, like like this isn't going to work out, or he or she is too sick to make it, or there's no way, there's no chance they're going to get any better, or something like that. And this could be for you too. This could be what you had experienced in your young life. But I feel like it's more somebody that you were dealing with, or a project, or a business that you were dealing with, something that literally was just a labor of love. And the reason it existed was because you loved it so much. But that was it, because for a long period of time, especially when it started out, this entity, let's call it an entity, this entity was not meant to be. We're not destined. It seemed like everything was stacked up against it. And then trust in divine detours is your central energy, this Sagittarius energy, this feeling of taking on the chaos, assuming it, wrapping yourself in it, getting comfortable there, and just going with the flow and improvising as much as you can. And then all of a sudden, there was this huge turnaround. There was a spike right, or spike left, or spike up. It was just all of a sudden, bam, something changed. And I think it was because you embraced the possibility. It's like that line from The Princess Bride, where Goodnight Wesley, what is it? Goodnight Wesley, something. At most I could kill you in the morning. Remember that line? The Dread Pirate Robert said it to him every single night before he started training him. At most I could kill you in the morning. So there was just a sentence of almost accepting that, and having it almost make you stronger, because it made you think on your feet. It made you be prepared for anything, and it made you basically relinquish expectations. And so this was a wonderful mindset for you to be in, because that's how you discovered you can make the impossible happen. The impossible is only impossible until it isn't. And so that's what you discovered, how to make the impossible possible, how to make it real. By sheer force of will, of deciding that it could be worse, or yes, at most it could kill me in the morning, but it every day, never expecting, and just doing exactly what it took throughout that day to help. I believe this is something else. I believe it's something outside of you that had a great deal of meaning for you, because it was almost like in a very Sagittarius manner, a philosophical necessity, something that you believed in integrally. Now, what this is also telling me is that you planted the seeds and you worked your ass off. This is Virgo energy. This is a sense of every single, once again, mutable energy. You have all the mutable energies here. You have Gemini, you have Pisces, you have Sagittarius, you have Virgo. In other words, you have all the most matured, and it's interesting because when you meet a mutable sign, it's almost like you think they're the least mature in some ways because they're so open. They kind of keep that sense of youthfulness and childlikeness in them always, but that's wisdom. That's open-heartedness. That's relinquishing control. Now, Virgo doesn't easily relinquish control, but it does take things in stride. Virgo will see just a shit ton of conflict and take it in stride and find a way to compartmentalize it and organize it all. And that's essentially what you did. It's like you didn't let the pressure get to you. You just literally just took every challenge in its turn and put things in order, planting the seeds for prosperity in the future. And this is like on your way to blossoming. I can show you right now. I'll show you the cards. You'll see it when I flip it around, when I flip the camera around. Everything was upside down. And then all of a sudden there's this turnaround in your life. And then bam, the seeds for the future got planted and everything changed. It was almost like barren wasteland. And you planted these seeds of these trees that didn't need much to grow. And they turned like a desert into a forest. Interesting, right? Speaking of, this is surprise, shocking, something coming to life. So in other words, help from the gods, okay? Because this is you planting the seeds here in the 3D world, and this is basically the Almighty coming in and saying, bzz, I'm gonna spike it to life. I'm gonna add in my blessings. Why? Because look at this motherfucker doing all this hard goddamn work. Look at how they never stop believing. Look at this. Bam, now you got the magic, now you got the attention from the gods, and that just goes to show how powerful manifestation and willpower is. How powerful the decisions we make are, because it's like the universe is listening. It's like, all right, I'm going to get in on this too. You know, sometimes the universe asks us, ride the current, trust me. But sometimes it's necessary for us to be the ones that create the current. And this was that situation. It was you creating this current and the universe being like, I'm getting on board with that. And then we have a rebirth is assured. So now coming out of the dark times, just emerging from those times from that craziness, from all the hard work, something is almost being reborn. So look at the cocoon shape here. His wing is spreading out. So this is butterfly energy, the becoming of the next stage of your life. I don't know if you guys are going into retirement, or you're leveling up in your career, or your children are moving away and you're about to have an empty nest, but the stage has been set for basically the life that you were always meant to live after you busted your ass and earned it. Really interesting. Let me get your grounding energy here. Why are we talking about all this? That's a good question. That's a really good question as to why is this energy coming up now? Because I feel like you set the stage for something very powerful to be happening in your life. Now, wherever Leo energy impacts, like check your natal chart to see where Leo energy impacts your life. So, okay. Yeah, this definitely has something to do with multiplying your abundance or learning to appreciate what you have. See, this is cowbell. More cowbell, yo. Now, it's in reverse. Miracles are endless and abundant. This is essentially both of these cards are in reverse. They're still very lucky cards. The energy of the two of them in reverse is just being grateful and appreciative for what you have, and finding abundance in what you already have, seeking and knowing that what you have is a beautiful thing, and loving it and know your worth. Even when life stinks, to know that it's a beautiful thing. You know, it's almost like you're taking a stinky situation and you're not trying to dress it up in flowers. You're basically like, I don't need the flowers. I'm just as beautiful as this flower as I am. This is my beauty. This is the beauty that was given to me. I'm proud of it. I own it. I love it. I walk into the room and I want everybody to see it. This is you owning what you have and seeing the beauty in it, not wanting or expecting or looking or all this abundance coming to you. It's deriving abundance from what you have inside of you. It's understanding that you have everything that you need, or everything that you have right now is exactly what you needed, and that's what got you through all this. It was finding that worth deep inside of you, finding the abundance and believing that it was something to share. So this was giving energy, not receiving, but it's, I already have so much abundance inside me, I just have to share it. That kind of energy. So this was relentless, or unrelenting faith in who you are and your capabilities that enabled you to really turn your life around. I have to show you the cards because you'll have to, hold on. Oh, this is what I wanted to show you. These cards, and this is why when I shuffle, I watch the performance of the cards. I watch how they talk to me. Because these cards were literally, came out in a clump, all in reverse, way over toward the left side, way over here off my desk. They fell off my desk. So I knew this was in the background. I knew this was in the past. And they were all in reverse. So this is basically doing fucked up things, making yourself vulnerable, doing things against God's plan, testing things, or struggling, dealing with something that is struggling, sickness, childhood illness, or a lot of complications in terms of growing up in a bad neighborhood or a bad environment, or basically twisting and testing everything that you had, and or getting a lot of criticism, or if you were working on a project, you see, it was all like nobody got it, nobody understood it, nobody could comprehend it, and was always criticizing it. And then bam, this turnaround. All of a sudden now the cards are upright, except for the root cards. The root cards are all in reverse, but they're bountiful cards in reverse. In other words, the abundance is not coming to you, it's coming from you, because you have this strong sense of self-worth. You're a little skunk hanging among the flowers because you love flowers, not because you want to be one, but because that's what you want to be amongst, because you like them, but you love the fact that you're a skunk too, and you're like, I can hang wherever I want to hang because I have something to offer this situation. You found this abundance. You found the abundance in the person you were taking care of. You found the abundance in the project you were working on. And how did you find the abundance in those things? You found the abundance in yourself. And it was through the belief and faith in who you are and what you had to offer that you could wake up every single morning and roll with the punches. And that's really what got you through. Was you planting the seeds. Every punch you rolled with, you planted another seed, and the universe was like, hot damn. This is what sparked life. This faith, this energy. Literally, bam, surprise turnaround. There's going to be a big surprise turnaround. And that's why I think you're getting this message now. If you haven't experienced this surprise turnaround, it's coming. It's coming ASAP. This sense of boom, it's rushing towards you. Something you never thought would happen because you've just been forgetting about. It's not because you gave up hope. It's because you stopped looking into the future. You just been looking in the present and doing what you got to do, rolling with the punches. You forgot what you forgot is to expect. And that's why this is going to hit you as a beautiful, beautiful surprise. So let's get into this tarot card spread, expand on this, take it further. Let's see what the surprise is. And then we also have your romance reading as well. Link is below. I'll see you guys over there.